For Chapter 3 on the GPA 201, the topic is entitled Advanced Regression Analysis. So for our topic outline, we'll first introduce the topic. Next, discuss multiple regression and model selection, to be followed by logistic regression for binary outcomes, and lastly, polynomial regression and interaction. Regression analysis is basically a statistical technique used to examine the relationship between a dependent variable and one or more independent variable. This methodology is employed to examine several variables that may impact a certain goal, such as the efficacy of a product launch, organizational expansion, or a novel marketing initiative. Its purpose is to ascertain the significance of these variables and discern which ones can be disregarded. Regression analysis can provide leaders with insights into the interrelationships between various factors and their corresponding effects. Regression analysis is a valuable tool for leaders in projecting financial performance, as it enables them to ascertain the potential impact of business changes on future income and expenses. So, multiple regression and model selection. Multiple regression analysis is basically a statistical method used for evaluating relationships between multiple independent variables and a dependent variable. This concept is an expansion of linear regression, a statistical technique used to forecast the value of a variable based on its dependence on another variable. Multiple regression is widely regarded as the predominant tool for evaluating the impact of independent variables, also known as explanatory factors on dependent variable. The regression analysis typically assumes that the dependent variable is continuous, particularly in the case of ordinary least squares regression. So we have different assumptions of multiple regression. We have linearity. This is a fundamental assumption in multiple regression analysis, is the presence of a linear association between the independent variables and the dependent variable. For independence, this is another underlying assumption of multiple regression, that the observations within the dataset are independent of one another. Next, we have homoscedasticity. This refers to the property wherein the variability of the mistakes remains consistent across all levels of the independent variables. Next, we have normality. Normality refers to the characteristics of errors conforming to a symmetrical distribution resembling a bell-shaped curve centered around zero, with the majority of errors being in close proximity to zero. Next is multicollinearity. Multicollinearity arises when there is a strong correlation between two or more independent variables. So for model selection, the comprehension of model selection tools is facilitated by conceptualizing the model selection strategies as search techniques. The search space encompasses the potential subgroups of predictor variables. The process of evaluation involves assigning a numerical value to each subset, and the objective of the search is to identify the subset that possesses the highest numerical value. The sole distinction among approaches lies in the selection of an initial subset and the determination of adjacent subsets within the search space. There exist different model selection strategies. First is forward selection. The forward selection technique initiates the study with a regression model that does not include any explanatory variables. An F statistic, or F to enter, is computed for each variable, representing the extent to which the variable contributes to the explanation of the dependent variable's behavior. One limitation of forward selection is its inability to guarantee the identification of the subset that maximizes the evaluation criterion, in contrast to exhaustive research. Next is backward selection. The backwards elimination method commences by initially including all potential explanatory factors in the regression model, and subsequently iteratively eliminating variables until the desired equation is achieved. An F statistic, F to remove, is computed for each variable. The variable exhibiting the lowest value of the F statistic is selected for potential elimination from the model. Backward selection is often favored by researchers in cases when the predictor variables exhibit a significant degree of statistical interdependence. Lastly is stepwise selection. Stepwise regression is a statistical technique that combines the methods of forward selection and backward elimination. Stepwise selection is a method that allows for the iterative inclusion or elimination of variables in a statistical model. The condition for the f-statistic f to remove to be bigger than the f-statistic f to enter is crucial in order to prevent the algorithm from repeatedly entering and deleting the same variable in successive steps. Variables can be required to remain in the model, and only the other variables are examined for deletion or inclusion. Next is we have logistic regression for binary outcomes. Logistic regression is a statistical technique utilized for the purpose of predicting a binary outcome, wherein the possible results are limited to two distinct categories, such as affirmative and negative. This method relies on previous observations from a given dataset to make these predictions. Organizations leverage insights derived from logistic regression outputs to optimize their company strategy in order to achieve key objectives such as cost reduction, loss mitigation, and enhanced return on investment in marketing initiatives. The following are logistic regression tools. First is contemporary statistical analytics software such as SPSS and SAS. There is also methodologies within data science programming languages and frameworks such as R and Python. There is also a multitude of tools and approaches exist for doing logistic regression analysis within the framework of Microsoft Excel, and data catalog tools have the capability to identify and bring attention to any potential concerns related to the quality or usefulness of logistic regression. For polynomial regression and interaction, this is a statistical technique that is utilized to model the relationship between a dependent variable and one or more independent variables. In contrast to the conventional linear regression model that assumes a linear relationship between variables, polynomial regression incorporates higher order terms such as squares and cubes to accommodate nonlinear patterns. Polynomial regression is a valuable tool in cases where the relationship between variables exhibits curvature or when a linear model fails to adequately capture the underlying data. So, evaluation metrics for polynomial regression. First is mean squared error. The mean squared error is widely employed evaluation statistic in regression problems. The computation involves calculating the mean of the square differences between expected and actual values. So this is our formula for the mean squared error. A smaller mean squared error score is indicative of superior model performance, where a value of 0 signifies a complete alignment between the anticipated and actual data. Another evaluation metrics for polynomial regression is root mean square error. This is a widely employed evaluation statistic in regression assignments, serving to quantify the average magnitude of discrepancies between predicted and actual values. The metric evaluates the degree of alignment between models' prediction and actual values. So we have RMSE, or root mean squared error, square root of the mean square error. So the sole fundamental distinction between the two methods resides in their respective approaches to managing the magnitude of the erroneous numbers. And then our last evaluation metrics for polynomial regression is R-squared. The statement denotes the extent to which the variance of the dependent variable can be counted for by the independent variables included in the model. The range of the variables is bounded between 0 and 1, with larger values indicating a stronger level of concordance. So these are our formula for R-squared. In the context of regression analysis, SSR represents the sum of squared regression, while SST denotes the total sum of squares. So again, our SSR is the sum of squared regression, while SST denotes the total sum of squares. The variable y represents the predictive value of y, whereas y signifies the mean value of y. So interaction regression is one frequently overlooked yet significant aspect in regression analysis, is to the inclusion of interaction terms. In summary, the inclusion of interaction terms allows for the investigation of potential variations in the relationship between the dependent variable and an independent variable, contingent upon the values of other independent variables. Interaction terms play a vital role in regression analysis, and comprehending their functioning can assist professionals in effectively training models and interpreting their results. So that is the end of our discussion. The following are our references, and I hope you were able to understand today's discussion. Thank you. Goodbye.